It's been another great school year. And what made it so great? Well, today I'm going to share with you 5 of the best things from our school year. And not just me. I have other ladies joining me in a collaboration. So when you are done with my video, go check out the playlist down below and be inspired for your next school year with some of the ideas from others. Welcome, I'm Tricia and I'm a homeschooling mom to 3 kids. We just finished homeschool year number 11, and at the end of every year I like to do a couple things. One of them is really evaluate my year. If you want more details about how I go about doing that, I have a video all down there and up there. And the other part is that I just like to kind of think back on some of the things that were the best of our year. And so today, that's what I'm sharing with you. And before we get started with my favorite things, I would love for you to leave me a comment down below and let me know 1 or 2 of your favorite things from your school year, whether it's homeschool related or favorite recipe, favorite snack, anything that was a favorite in your home this year. So our first best thing is a podcast. And usually, if you've been around, you know, we like to listen to audiobooks in the car. But this year we didn't do a lot of audiobooks, but we did do a lot of podcasts. And one of the best ones was Shortwave. This is put out by NPR. The hosts are super engaging. I would say it's probably for like 8 or 9 and up crowd. Definitely not the age group who are still listening to things like Brains On. That was a favorite when my boys were littler, but they've definitely kind of outgrown that. Shortwave is really, really good. Similarly, like super engaging topics, just at a higher level. It is, all my kids love it. So 10, 12, and 15, we all enjoy it, and me too. It's not one of those shows that you're just tolerating while the kids are listening to it. They've had all kinds of topics. It comes out, I think it might be a daily podcast, actually. I don't really pay attention to the dates. But there are topics like, can you bake in space, which was an experiment that they did at the International Space Station last year. Can cats really hate you? Composting of human remains. I didn't know it was a thing. Apparently it's a thing in Washington. Super fun podcast. Each episode's about 10 minutes, give or take. So it's a good length if you have just short errands to run. And an honorable mention in podcast category would be 30 Animals That Made Us Smart by the BBC. Each episode, obviously, about an animal. There are 30 episodes. And rather than approaching it like in kind of an encyclopedia way, they take an animal, talk about it briefly, but then they take a characteristic and tell us how we've learned from that animal. So one would be the mosquito and how you don't really feel it going into you, and how the medical community has learned from that and been able to apply it to needles. So they're really interesting. He does have, obviously, BBC is going to have a British accent. So my kids, when they were younger, kind of had a difficult time with that. So definitely kind of middle, upper elementary age and up. Next best thing was The Story of Science books by Joy Hakim. I don't know how to pronounce her name. If you know, leave me a comment. She is the author who does the History of Us 12-book U.S. history series. And she tells the story of history through the eyes of science and math. There are 3 books. The first one, because I always get the names wrong. The first one is Aristotle Leads the Way, and then Newton at the Center, and then Einstein Adds a New Dimension. I always say the names wrong. So the first one, at least, I don't know about the other 2 yet. I'm waiting for them to come in from the library. But the first one definitely has the Greece, Roman-centric approach to it. There are other people, but it's definitely centered around there. But each chapter tells about one mathematician or one scientist and places them in history and places what they learned in the bigger picture of history. They are so good, so interesting. I've learned so much from them. If you enjoy Story of the World, this is going to be a similar format. It's done chronologically, and yeah, pretty similar format, kind of a intriguing, novelty type of way. Next best thing would be something from my kitchen. I've had an Instant Pot for a couple of years. I would use it, a handful of times a month or so, depending on the month. But then last fall, I learned that there are some companies, one we chose was Ninja, have a combination air fryer, Instant Pot, pressure cooker combo. And I had wanted an air fryer for a while, but I didn't want to have I didn't want multiple appliances. So when I saw that, friends, we use it, no joke, more days of the week than we don't. We absolutely love the air fryer. And this one, when we have a pressure cooker, but also a slow cooker, makes you it's kind of those same things that the Instant Pot does, but with the added feature of an air fryer. It is a little bigger than my Instant Pot, but not unreasonably so. It's heavier for sure, but I keep it in a lower cabinet. It's no problem. The air fryer is fantastic for warming up, for reheating leftovers, for the frozen foods that we do for lunches sometimes. We cook all kinds of stuff in it for dinners. It is so good. So good. I love it. And it has definitely been a best of our school year. Next best thing is an out-of-the-home activity from an organization called First Tee. This nationwide program teaches the skills of golf while also weaving in skills like leadership, perseverance, responsibility. It is so well done. At hours, I don't know how much this varies by location, but they meet once a week in the evenings, but they also have summer day camps for an hour or 2 hours, depending on the session. They learn all the skills of golf on an actual golf course, and while also learning those other things like how to keep persevering. They have fun, but not overly gamey. I feel like it's quality teaching. I regret that we didn't start this earlier. I've known about it for some years, but never quite worked with their schedule. Now it has, and I am so glad that we did it. You do not have to have your own golf clubs. They will provide golf clubs for your kid. And ours starts at the age of 7. I don't know if that's nationwide, if they have younger ones or not, but ours is 7. I've just been really pleased with it. I think they do a great job teaching. It's very well run. I can't say enough good things about it. Favorite tool for the homeschool year would be, so for, I guess, a little over a year and a half now, I have used Homeschool Panda for my online planning for myself. This year, I moved my youngest to Homeschool Panda Kids for his planning. So he has his own login, logs into Homeschool Panda Kids. He sees all of his assignments that I've created for him. He also has a messenger that he can send me messages from. He can see what needs to be done each day, mark things off, etc. It has been really good for him. My older son prefers to have a printed copy of it, but my youngest one, he just likes it on the computer. And I like that he has that independence. He doesn't have to ask me what needs to be done. He can look and see. I can make notes in the assignment. If he needs to see me about something, I can do that. If he's working up here and I am downstairs helping another kiddo, if he has a question, he can send me a message and ask. I just can't. I'm so glad that they introduced Homeschool Panda Kids. So that would be our best tool. But as an honorable mention would be Zoom. Now, I had used Zoom before the quarantine for myself, but not, the kids hadn't used it. But since quarantine, I have been so pleased with that tool because we can do all sorts of things. We can attend museum lectures from all over the country. Our church has moved kids' Bible study, or Bible, they do a kids thing every afternoon on there. We've done music lessons. My mom did something for my kids and my sister's kids, talking about life, what it was like to be a teenager in the 1960s. So that was a fun history add-on for us. I am so glad that it was available when quarantine hit, and I think it deserves a definite honorable mention. So those are some of my best things from the year. I would love for you to leave a comment down below and tell me something was one of your favorites, and I will see you over in the next video.